My wife picked this up at a flea market in New York City, Queens, New York. She got it, I believe, for $5. It was 50% off. It's supposed to be a smart AC web-based adapter controller. I'm curious to try it out to see how it works. And you can see it's sort of like reconditioned or whatever. The packaging is a disaster. But they sell products from stores that for products that were from stores that the product is either damaged, the packaging is damaged, and they sell it at a very good price. I'll try to put the link, the Google Map link to where the store is. It's a flea market. It's awesome. You go in there every day and you find different things. It's great. I'll have all this stuff scanned at the end, so let's just open it up. I know nothing about this. I absolutely nothing. I've never even heard of this. I have their wireless chargers, clocks, the Atomi company. So power on and off. It's a close-up of the actual specs of the adapter. It has a USB charger, I'm assuming. It could be used to connect the other device, I'm not sure. On and off power. And then this is the actual device itself. The measurement on the device, if you need it to see if it even fit on the plug. It's just under 4 inches. Thickness, about 1 1/8. Height, about 1 1/2. And yep, I think I gotta connect that black thing to this. This is a long cable. This is a micro USB cable. See how long this is. About 117 inches. And this is, I don't know what anything is yet. I'll figure that out. This might be the sensor to use. There it is, micro USB. So yeah, it's probably not a charger. It's probably to connect these two together. So I'll probably be using a shorter cable. I think the cable might be too long for me. This is rubbery, but I guess I'm gonna put the double-sided tape that came with it. Comes with 2 of them here. And you're supposed to put this on the air conditioner. I guess this is a temperature sensor. Micro USB port. This is the back. This is rubbery, plastic. Front. Paperwork. I have this at the end. Let me take the measurement of this thing. So, just all rough measurements, just as best as I can do. Okay. This is everything that comes inside the packaging. Oh, sorry. Hold on one moment. This is everything that comes inside the packaging. This is the plug for my air conditioner, right there in the window. Plug is blinking, so I probably need to connect it through Bluetooth or Wi-Fi. I'm not sure. So I'm not sure if this will work from outside the home, as I've never heard of this. Let me see. I don't know where to put this now. Let me figure this out. I ended up mounting it very high. It runs down from there all the way down. I'm gonna tuck that into the side of the window molding to the air conditioning plug. Now I have no idea how this works, whether Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. I'm trying it out myself. I should just read the instructions. Let me go through the instructions and see how it tells me how it connects. I tried using the app on my smartphone on the the Atomi smart app on my iPad, and I'm getting connection issues. The Wi-Fi wasn't even coming up. I had to write in the Wi-Fi. This, when I used it on my phone, now that seems to be working fine. I really don't like when apps do that. I think they should just work across all your devices. That's why I have iOS, because everything's like married to each other. So, you know, spending an hour or two trying to connect through my iPad when you have to use your phone. I don't use my phone. My phone is mostly for camera shooting, and that's it, you know, and for me to get emergency text, but I don't use it to run apps, really. I use my iPad. I even use it to receive calls in my home through Wi-Fi calling. I don't use my phone. I don't have it with me at home. So I really don't like when it does that. So now I'm doing the connection through the phone, and I bet you it will connect this time. No, it didn't. Another problem I'm having with a lot of these devices is that the mesh systems don't work well. So I have the Google Wi-Fi mesh. I keep the airport old router around for this specific reason, for devices that only connect to 2.4. So it looks like it's not compatible with the mesh system. It's an old device, and you know that's another problem. So as you can see, it's coming up my airport. Let me put in the password. Now let me do connect, and let's see if it connects now. I'll fast forward this. After finally getting the device set up, it's actually telling me now to point your AC remote in. The option before that is select your AC remote control, and I chose the one with the LCD, which is this one. Continue. Point your AC remote at the Atomi smart adapter. So I lowered the adapter. Put it here so it's easy to work with. I'm not leaving it there, just putting it there. So, okay, I'm gonna point it at this. This is, I'm gonna click next. Set your favorite settings on your AC remote: temperature, fan speed, mode, etc. In order for this function to work, you must push each function at least once. I understand. The mode supports all AC functions. Okay, now press the power button on your AC remote. I'm about a foot away, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay. It's going to be power, I guess. Okay. Oh, just turned it off. If you're hearing it in the background. So hold on 1 second, let me click next. Set your settings. Oh, so this is what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to preset your air conditioners to your settings. So I'm gonna have to set the temperature to and the fan speed. You're not gonna control everything remotely. You're gonna have to set it first. So let me turn it on. It's gonna be cold. Put it on 70 and high, because if I'm controlling it from afar, this is what I want. This will be the setting I'll be setting it to when I'm coming home and I want it to come into a cool home. So 70 degrees should be cool enough. Okay, let me press I understand. Click next. Now press the power button. Okay. So this is going to be so I'm just gonna name it exactly what I set it at, 70, high and cool. Click return, click save, and it's done. So it's 73, and I'll be turning it on. Do I have to turn it on first? I'm gonna have to do it. Oh, there it goes. Okay. On. You hear it in the back. and off. That's great. So you get to schedules. I think my wife paid 5, maybe $10 for this, so I have no regrets whatsoever. 70 high, and they cut off the last, oh well. 73 is the current room temperature, which is pretty cool. I don't have, it's an apartment, so I don't have a thermostat, so I can't put a Nest in here, so this is the next best thing for the summer. Countdown, so I could just set it at 1 minute. I don't know what that's gonna do. It probably should be on. I like this part where it says it tells me the power used, the kilowatts used, the months, and I don't know if this is price. I have no idea. Unit kilowatt hours. Oh, look at that, turned on. So the minute. So now let me set the countdown to another minute. And within a minute it'll shut down. That is pretty cool. So let me play with it some more. It only has one setting, I think. Let me mess around with it more and see what else I can find out about it. One of the quirky things I found with the AC controller, the smart AC. Okay, this is it right here. It's very strange. I'm not on Wi-Fi. I'm only on LTE. So I click on here. It's set at 77, but I have absolutely no control of the power. I can't turn it on and off. Okay, I don't know if I can use the calendar. I haven't set that up yet. And the usage is the kilowatt hours and everything, how much I used for the day, which is pretty cool. It's informative, so I can get an idea of how much the AC is using. That's a good idea. So, but the only way I can turn on the AC from outside is by clicking on this and setting it, let's say, at 1 minute. Right now you can't hear the air conditioner. The air conditioner is not on. So if you look at it, it's off. Okay? So now I'm going to set it for 1 minute. You confirm it. And in 1 minute, you're going to see what happens. Okay, we'll come back in 1 minute. Believe me, it's going to turn on. And when it's on, you'll hear it. So as you hear, the AC came on, and watch the power. You see the power? Now it turned on. Now I could turn it off remotely. Now hear the AC. It's going to turn off once I press the power button. And it turned off, and you'll see the power button go gray. Now I don't know if it's supposed to work this way. I cannot turn on and off the power that way. I have to, again, go to timer and choose 1 minute right here. Okay, I have to confirm it. Okay, again, it came on. Let's try it again. Because I want you to see the power button so that you can see the difference between how it turns on and off. See, it went out. So for now to me turn it on, I got to do a minute. And now I press OK. 1 minute. OK. Now nothing's happening. Hold on. And it says confirm. I confirm. Countdown settings. Okay, now we'll wait a minute and it'll come back on. It just came back on. You're gonna see the light turn solid blue. See? Now I could turn it off, but I can't turn it on and off. One of the nice things is that when you do set up the countdown, if that's the way you have to turn it on, it's fine, because the air conditioner stays on. There's no issues. Just wanted to also mention that the sensor, this is what tells you the temperature of the room. I'm going to stick it in front of the air conditioner, as you can see it cool off. It's going to go down in temperature. You can see the temperature drop. It's at 73 from 77 because I have in front of the air conditioner. So this is the sensor that, to my knowledge, the sensor that tells you, see it's cold, the temperature. I replaced the two-sided tape with Velcro so that I can move it around if I want to and take it off if I need to. So I'm going to stick it back up on top to a high point. The reason I put it at a high point is because heat rises. So I want to cool off as much as I can before I get to home. And it's basically, you preset your air conditioner to a temperature and a setting, and it'll stay that way. Like this will just turn it on and off like a light switch. The issue I'm having with this air conditioner in regards to just turning it on and off is that I preset it to cool, right? And that'll keep it on always. But for whatever reason, when this air conditioner goes out, as I'm going to show you, you can see I have it set on cool 70 high. This is not the fault of the app, it's the fault of the way the air conditioner works. It defaults when it turns on and off to economy blowing or economy mode. So I'm going to turn it off. You're going to see what's going to happen. The air conditioner is completely off. Again, the power is gone, so I have to set the countdown, put it for 1 minute, click. The app is very, very buggy. There are times I have to close it. Very buggy. Okay. So now it'll turn back on in 1 minute. Okay, it kicked back on. Let's check the air conditioner. Again, defaulted. Everything is the same, high 70, except it switched to economy instead of just cool. So whenever the AC goes off, let me just show you. I leave it on cool. If I turn it off, let's go right back to economy, because when the AC is on and off, when you turn it on and off, it just turns on and off. It defaults to economy mode. I wish it would stay at cool. Because of that situation, I think the only way that I can fix that and make sure that it stays on for a longer period of time is to bring it down all the way to 60. Leave it like that. And when I turn it on, the economy will stay on longer because it needs to get the room down to 60. So I'll do it 10 degrees less. That way I don't have to leave it on cool. And if I manually turn on the air conditioning, you'll see the light come on so I can turn it off, which is pretty cool. So if I walk away and have the AC running and I want to turn it off when I get outside, I'll see it pop up as on. And if I'm not going to be back home for a really long time, it'll be nice just to turn off the air conditioner from far. As you hear it, that's the air conditioning. So it turns it off, that way you don't have to waste electricity. I really like the product. It works well. It's a little buggy, the application, but it works. Again, you can't turn it on and off. I don't know if that's a feature with the way it's supposed to be. I don't mind doing the countdown. It'll come on. I have no idea why. Okay, finally. And it'll turn on in a minute. And I want to just mention a few things. So everything's working. It's working the way I want it to. As you hear, the AC is on. It's been on since it turned on with the countdown. So if you got an hour to go to get home, you can set it for 30 minutes or whatever before you get home so the AC kicks in. Now, in my situation where I showed you the air conditioner, I set it at economy. I'm setting it at the lowest setting
so that it'll stay on longer to cool the house more. So I shouldn't turn off. It's like having it on all the time, because it's very difficult to get the apartment down just to 60, especially in the summer. So as you hear, it is still running. It's been running for about 10 minutes now. So I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to show you my setup, and I'm just going to say a few things in regards to the product. I want to mention that it took me over 2 days to finally get this working, and I tried about, oh my God, I'd say 15-20 times. I got it going twice and I had to reset it. It was a pain in the butt to get it working, but it looks like the final configuration ended up working. I ended up choosing AP or access point, and it ended up working just fine, but it took a really long time to get this working. And it's just an on and off power switch for the AC. It tells you the temperature inside the room. You could turn it on so you can lower the temperature, and you can monitor it from afar. Like I said, my air conditioner defaults to economy mode, so I can't leave it on full, but if yours is that way, you could turn it on and off from outside, as you saw on the application. But it was, you know, there's a lot of complaints about it in reviews. It takes a long time, patience, and it's a big headache. I wanted to throw this out the window. My wife paid $10 for it, so I kept trying, because it was, you know, we didn't pay an arm and leg for it, and I really wanted it to work so I can use it. I have a Nest at another location, which is very convenient to turn on and off the heat when I'm coming to the home, so it's preheated. Whereas this thing, I'd like to turn on and off for the air conditioning to cool the place and the room. And I ended up putting it here. So you can see the air conditioner's there. This is the line, and it goes all the way up to the actual thermostat that tells the temperature. I'm happy she purchased it for $10. It's well worth it. I'm very happy about it. I'll put the link to the actual I'll put the link to an Amazon link and to the actual location where we purchased this item in New York City. And it's okay, especially for $10, very, very well worth the money. So I'm looking forward to using it. It's winter now, but next year in the summer it's going to be very convenient to use when we're heading back, so that we don't have to keep, because usually what I ended up doing was keeping the AC on so that home stays cool when we got home. With this unit, it'll allow us to save energy, whereas if we're on our way home and we're an hour away, we can turn it on, and now by the time we step in through the door, it'll be nice and cool in the apartment. So it's great for apartment dwellers, because they can turn on the AC whenever they feel like it. So it's nice. Okay, so I hope the video was helpful, and the instruction manuals will be at the end so you can follow them. And again, I followed the instructions to the T, tried different ways, and I don't know what happened. Out of nowhere, it finally ended up working, and it's working just fine now, as I showed you in the application. The application is buggy. Hopefully they'll update it. I'm not sure, but it's working for my needs right now. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps. Thank you. Bye.